All right, so let's jump right into today's deep dive. We're going to be looking at the crypto landscape, trying to see what's going on as of January 14th, 2025.
Sounds good.
We've got this report from Crypto Deep Dive, and I think it's going to be pretty interesting.
I think so too. What's striking, just looking at this, is the total market cap.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
$3.31 trillion.
Trillion. With a T. I mean, I know like crypto has grown a lot, but
Right.
that's still a crazy number to wrap my head around.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it says like in the last 24 hours, it's grown 3.77%. So things are like moving quickly.
Absolutely.
But then I noticed this other thing.
Yeah.
The trading volume is actually down, even while the market cap is going up. What's that all about?
Well, it could mean that investors are kind of feeling confident, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of this rapid buying and selling, they're maybe holding on to what they've got,
Yeah.
thinking that the market's going to continue to grow.
So they're like in it for the long haul.
Exactly.
So we shouldn't just focus on like the day-to-day.
Right.
We got to look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And that brings us to, of course, the big ones. Bitcoin, sitting at 95,677% right now. And it had a decent jump too, like 4.37%.
Not bad.
And still over 57% market dominance. So
Yeah.
is Bitcoin like forever?
It's certainly showing some staying power, you know?
Yeah.
Real strength as a store of value. Like people are treating it like digital gold,
Mm-hmm.
but we're also seeing that dominance drop just a bit
Okay.
compared to past years. So that might mean the market's, becoming a bit more diverse.
So are altcoins, are those like finally getting their moment?
Possibly, yeah. And speaking of altcoins, look at Ethereum.
Yeah.
Price is at $3,193. And its jump is actually bigger than Bitcoin's,
Whoa.
5.95%.
Wow. I know Ethereum's not just a currency, right?
Right.
But remind me what makes it so special.
Well, think of it as this platform, not just for transactions,
Right.
but for like building a whole new digital economy.
Yeah.
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 It's what powers decentralized finance.
Yeah.
And those NFTs that everyone's talking about.
Oh, yeah. The NFTs, the digital art, the collectibles.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, that's just the beginning. Like the potential of Ethereum seems
It's
huge.
pretty mind-blowing. Now, are there any other like movers and shakers besides those two big ones?
Oh, absolutely. The report highlights some big winners.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I16Z. The token AI16Z.
Right.
It's up a crazy 22.3%.
It's 22.3. Whoa, what's causing that? Like, is it just hype or is there something real behind it?
Well, they're a venture capital firm,
Yeah.
really known for investing in like all this cutting edge tech.
Yeah.
And it looks like they've been making moves in the crypto space.
So it's not just about like the price pumping.
No.
It's about like the actual impact these projects could have.
Yeah, the underlying value, the innovation. And it's not just them,
Okay.
Other altcoins like Kaspa
Yeah.
and Lido DAO, they're seeing big gains too. So there's a lot happening out there.
It's a dynamic space for sure. But, beyond just the numbers, what about actually using crypto?
Yeah.
Like in the real world for buying stuff.
Right. Real world adoption, that's key.
Yeah.
And it looks like things are moving there too.
Really?
BitPay, that crypto payment processor,
Uh-huh.
over 600,000 transactions last year. That's a lot of people actually using crypto to buy things.
That's a lot of transactions.
Yeah.
What's interesting is like Litecoin is leading the way with those transactions. Why is that?
Litecoin's kind of positioned itself as a good option for, everyday purchases, faster transactions,
Okay.
cheaper fees compared to Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So it's more appealing for those smaller payments.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of shows how different cryptos are finding their place,
Right. So it's not just about one taking over everything. It's more like a diverse ecosystem.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, there's this news about Uniswap Labs partnering with Ledger. To be honest, I don't really get what that means for, someone like me using crypto.
Sure. Well, think of it this way. Uniswap is like a platform for trading crypto.
Like a digital exchange.
Exactly. And Ledger, they make those hardware wallets,
Uh-huh.
the physical devices to store your crypto offline.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, imagine your secure vault, your Ledger wallet directly connected to your trading platform, Uniswap, right within the Ledger Live app.
So you can trade directly from your secure wallet.
Yep.
That's pretty slick.
Much safer, too.
Way safer. Okay, now this is where things get really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Even the big, like, traditional finance players are starting to get into it.
Really?
Yeah, it says that Intesa Sanpaolo, like Italy's biggest bank, just put over $1 million into Bitcoin.
Wow. That's a big sign of acceptance from that world.
Yeah.
When a giant like that makes a move, people notice.
Right. It's like the old guard finally seeing what's up.
Yeah.
And speaking of giants, BlackRock,
Mm.
the world's biggest asset manager, right?
Yeah.
Launched a Bitcoin ETF in Canada. What's that mean for, a regular investor?
Well, an ETF, an exchange-traded fund.
Yeah.
It basically makes it easier for people to invest in Bitcoin
Okay.
without having to worry about all the technical stuff of buying and storing it themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like buying a share of a company that follows the price of Bitcoin.
Makes sense.
And for BlackRock to do that, it's a pretty big endorsement of Bitcoin.
This is like, whoa, this is big stuff. Like,
Yeah.
massive market growth. Bitcoin and Ethereum still holding strong.
Right.
These altcoins doing crazy things. People actually using crypto to buy things.
It's amazing.
And now the big institutions are getting in on it.
It's an exciting time. And, it's not all about Bitcoin anymore. This report, it highlights this stable coin, USDC.
Oh, yeah?
It had some crazy growth last year. Like, it even surpassed Tether in market cap.
Now, speaking of blockchain, there's this thing about TON, that blockchain tied to Telegram.
Right.
They're looking to expand into the U.S.
Interesting.
Why would they target the U.S. specifically?
Well, the U.S. is, a huge market.
Right.
Big potential for blockchain to, really take off. So it's a smart strategic move for them.
Yeah, makes sense. And while TON's planning for the future, some analysts are already predicting big things for other cryptos. Like, the report mentioned that JPMorgan thinks Solana and XRP ETFs could, rake in billions in investment.
Oh, wow.
If they get approved, of course. But why are people so excited about those?
Well, Solana and XRP, they're already pretty established. Strong communities, cool tech.
Mm-hmm.
But for the average person, investing in them can be, a little tricky.
Yeah, I've tried. It's not always easy.
Right. An ETF would basically simplify things.
Okay.
Make them more accessible to, a wider range of investors. So, if those get approved, we could see demand for Solana and XRP really surge.
So it's about making it easier for more people to get involved.
Yeah, exactly. Now, it's not all, good news in crypto land.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Sony, they launched their own blockchain thing
Really?
called Sonieum. But it doesn't seem like the crypto community is too thrilled about it.
I was wondering about that. It seemed like a weird move for a company that big.
It kind of shows, that just having the technology isn't enough.
Hmm.
You got to, understand the crypto world, the
Yeah.
values, the whole decentralized thing.
Right, right.
It seems like maybe Sony missed that part.
Yeah, so it's a lesson in understanding the culture.
Absolutely. And speaking of understanding the system, there was this big legal thing.
Oh yeah.
Coinbase, that big exchange.
Yeah.
They won a partial victory against the SEC.
Okay, I know that's important, but remind me why.
Well, the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission,
Yeah.
they're the big regulators in the U.S., right? They've been trying to figure out how to handle crypto.
Yeah.
And this Coinbase case, everyone was watching it closely.
Hmm.
So this win for Coinbase, it clarifies some things.
Okay.
Sets a precedent.
So it's a step towards more stability for the crypto industry.
Yeah, for sure. More clarity from regulators, that makes things a lot easier.
This is like a roller coaster. Big wins, some stumbles, and a whole lot of uncertainty.
That's crypto for you. But hey, there's also some great success stories.
Oh yeah, like what?
That crypto bank, Signum,
Yeah.
they just hit unicorn status.
Unicorn.
Yeah, over $1 billion valuation.
Yeah.
Backed by some big investors like Fulger Ventures.
Wow.
Shows that people are really confident in these crypto-focused financial companies.
It's amazing to see how this innovation is happening all over the world.
It really is a global phenomenon.
So out of all this, I gotta ask, is crypto really going mainstream?
That's the big question. And there's no easy answer. But I think looking at all the stuff we've talked about today, it's definitely heading that way.
It's everywhere, right?
It seems like it.
Payments, buying stuff,
Yeah.
even challenging the big banks.
Yeah.
It's crazy how far it's come. I remember when crypto was just this geeky thing
Right.
that only tech people talked about. But now it feels like everyone's at least heard of it.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more awareness, and that's driving all this innovation, like new cryptos popping up every day, new platforms, new apps.
It's hard to even keep up with it all.
It really is. That's why, these deep dives are so helpful,
Yeah,
to break it all down, make sense of it.
totally. And I think it's good to remember that this is still like early days for all this.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're going to see some bumps along the way, right?
Oh, yeah. Some surprises, probably some flops too.
That's just how it goes with new tech.
So, like, what's the big takeaway for everyone listening? What should they be thinking about with all this?
Well, I think the main thing is crypto isn't just a fad anymore.
Right.
It's like a major force, changing finance, changing a lot of things. So whether you're, a big investor or just starting to learn about it, it's important to stay up to date, do your research,
Yeah.
be curious, but also be careful.
Good advice in general, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But with crypto, the stakes are just higher.
Yeah, we've definitely seen that today. Like, trillion-dollar market cap, banks getting into Bitcoin, NFTs shaking things up. So as we wrap things up here, I want to leave everyone with this thought. Like, with all this happening, how do you think crypto is going to impact your life in the next few years?
That's a good one. Will it change how you handle your money?
Mm.
Will it open up new investment possibilities? Will it
Mhm.
change how you interact with the whole digital world? It's hard to say for sure,
Yeah,
but it's going to be fascinating to watch.
it definitely will. Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Hopefully, we've made you a little more curious about all this crypto stuff.
Definitely. Keep learning. It's changing every day.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.